I'm going to show you how your mind is your body, and your body is your mind. It's the same thing. You cannot be just your mind, and you cannot be just your body. It's one thing, because you cannot be two separate things. You are one thing. And you can see that your body is your mind because your body has a direct influence on your mind in a lot of ways, actually. I'll demonstrate it by slumping forward. This is one way to see it. When I slump forward, you can see it in me right now. I look sort of shy or weak, kind of. My head's forward. I look kind of defeated. But if I stand up tall and raise my chest up towards the sky, you can try this. You feel more in control, more powerful. And you can do this with everything. Every part of your body has this. It's just your nervous system. Your nervous system feels everything in your body. And that goes back to my last video. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Where I talked about how your senses travel through your nervous system into your mind, and your mind interprets it. It's directly connected. So there are other things that your body does that affects your mind. There are a lot of things because it's the same thing. One of the things that a lot of people don't actually know is that depression is caused by an unhealthy gut, at least clinical depression, because serotonin is produced in your gut. And so if you have an unhealthy gut, you're not going to be producing serotonin correctly or substantially, and you're going to be less happy because of it, because serotonin is the happy hormone along with dopamine. So you can do some things to improve your gut health by eating probiotics, but the pills that you get aren't really helping you out because they do have probiotics in them, but for them to be effective, they have to ferment. They have to ferment to be active, and when you digest it, it goes through your system really quickly, so it doesn't have time to do that. So if you're trying to eat probiotics, eat fermented foods like kimchi. I will link a video to a YouTube video that shows you how to make kimchi in a really good way. I'll put that in the description. But there are just so many things that your body can do to affect your mind. You do yoga, for example. Yoga is it has a very strong influence on your mind. If you've ever done it afterwards, you feel great. It's like you just overcame something because you're putting yourself in an uncomfortable position and becoming comfortable in it. And that's kind of, doing that is how you grow in a lot of ways. There's working out, you're being uncomfortable, you're pushing through resistance, and you grow because of it. So there's this dualistic way that this works, where your body directly affects your mind, and your mind directly affects your body. So if you take care of one of them, you will take care of the other. With what I was talking about before, when you slump over, a lot of people have this posture, and it's due to a lot of things. It can be due to a lot of things, but it all stems from a muscular imbalance. And muscular imbalances don't just appear unless you have some sort of disorder, but usually it's because of some sort of mental blockage in your mind. If you if you are scared to speak, your throat will be tense, and you'll start to kind of shrink down in your neck, and it'll get cut off. And then that will start a chain reaction of imbalances in your body, because your head is forward. You have to look up your neck. Since you can't just bend your neck forward, you have to look up like that, because you need to see forward. I don't know if you could see that very well, but you can see what I'm saying. And then it affects everything below, because your neck is where your nervous system connects your brain to the rest of your body. So if you have an imbalance in your neck, it's going to affect everything below. It's not good. So finding your imbalances in your muscular system and stretching them and strengthening your weaknesses, because with these imbalances, a lot of weaknesses arise because you stop using certain muscles. A lot of people have weak glutes. I need to work on strengthening my glutes. I don't use those enough. A lot of people have weak backs because we're always forward, like on computers and driving and doing things like this instead of opening up and doing things like climbing trees or stuff. And we don't climb trees anymore, or do just like random movements like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's just a lot of things that you can do to improve yourself. When you release these imbalances in your body, they will well, first of all, they will have an impact on your character when you release your imbalances. I was just doing this yesterday. I was doing a hip mobility routine, and I just felt so grounded after that. I felt my feet were flat on the floor. I felt them. Do you ever feel your feet on the floor, on the ground? It's something that a lot of people don't do. I don't really do either. But it's a really cool feeling, and it affects you. It's not just a physical feeling. It's a mental thing too. You'll never really understand that unless you try it. So try out some yoga if you've never done yoga. That's so good for you. I can't even explain how good that is. Within a short amount of time I can't. But yeah, so it's kind of hard to go from your mind. It's hard to use your mind to improve your mind, and it's hard to improve your body with your mind, because you need to get over certain traumas that happened in your life that caused you to have the imbalances of being like defeated and ungrounded. So the best way to approach it is to attack it through your body. Exercise, move in ways that you don't really normally move. Just make sure it's healthy. Make sure you know what you're doing so you don't hurt yourself. I would start out with yoga. Just look up some yoga videos on YouTube, or just stretches. I'll link the video that I was watching yesterday in the description as well. I was watching a hip mobility routine video, and that was amazing. It made me feel so good. But other than that, once you get loosened up, once you feel more free in your body, then you can start strengthening and building up your strength, because that in turn will make your mind stronger. You'll be able to move things and you won't feel weak anymore. It's a good feeling. And with strength training, I would recommend body weight movements, not so much the bodybuilder exercises. Powerlifting is good, like bench pressing, deadlifting, and squatting. That's all good. But just make sure you're doing it right, because you can really hurt yourself doing that. I would start out with bodyweight exercise. Look up calisthenics for beginners. If you're a beginner, it'll make you feel really good if you stick with it. You'll be more athletic. You'll be able to control your body more, and you'll feel better. You'll notice a difference if you start really taking care of your body and opening your body to different experiences, and it will help your mind as well. After I did that hip mobility exercise routine, I just felt really good. I felt like I could focus more because I wasn't, I don't really even know how to describe it. I just had a larger amount of my mind that I could utilize for whatever I'm doing, because I wasn't tensing up in my hips. So yeah, look up some videos, take care of your body, eat some kimchi, eat good. It's really important. It'll make your mind feel better. Yeah, that's all I got for you. Take care of yourself.